Hell, where do we be at? We just be so caught up in la la land and fantasy world that we cannot see. Like, we idolize these people and we just make them the end all be all and the lords of our life. And it's like, when we do see some shit like that, it's very disappointing. It's very disappointing as a culture because it's like, damn, another one bites the dust. Another one, you know what I'm saying, act up. And then I try to put some of my reality to it, right? And some of my reality is the workplace. If you go to a workplace, and we all got that one person that's very, 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 very annoying at the workplace. And they act like they own it. Or we got the us black folk, we got the saying where we say, when we give a person a power, authority, we don't know how to act with it. We just start thinking we control shit and we running shit and we get real ugly. Some of us, not all of us. Some of us get real ugly when we get authority. So in our culture, we know that also well to, be true in our reality. So if we take that and heighten that to the billions or the trillions money of the world, then we got to see it for what it is. People not truth tellers because of karma. People not truth tellers because of karma. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're absolutely right. People are not truth tellers because of karma at all. Because why would I if you think about all the people who did try to tell the truth, look how we as a people did them. Look how we shut them down. Look how we didn't give them a voice to even come out and want to even tell us the truth. Because look how we treat our victims. We treat them like people that should have known better. That's not how it goes. So yeah, anybody who want to join, feel free to join. Put your voice on it, and I would like to talk about it because it's ridiculous. And then when they show like the connection to Biggie and Pac, and how this might have happened, and the ego of it all, and the jealousy of it all, and being a puppet master of it all, and and then having the nerve to not even know how to fucking rap. Are you kidding me? Having the nerve to have no talent at all, but you're telling people what looks good. Like, some people need to just stay in their lanes. Like, if you got fashion and you know what sounds good, stay in the creative director lane. But to put all of this on your title and you ain't got that going on, and it happened right in front of our face. When that boy did that dance, we at first we all laughed at him like, what the hell is that? And then he made it, somehow somebody else did it, and it became cool. It became the hip skipper Scott. It's crazy. They have selective favorism. Absolutely. Absolutely. And the world do, though. It's not just is all the human beings have selective favorism. And with that comes a lot of blurry lines and a lot of he didn't do that. I don't put nothing past anybody. I don't put nothing past anybody. Whether you're a celebrity, whether you're the president, whether you're the queen, whether you're the king, whether you're this, whether you're that, I don't put nothing past anybody. God is the almighty righteous. So, no. But the way Diddy got away with all this non-talent for all these years, and this cat jabbing and conniving. We have somebody coming in. Hello. Hello. Okay. Like, all of the jabbing and conniving that he's done is like, no, they need to, just how they get Lil Durk them for these cases that they rapped about, or they said this or did this or this about, they need to rewind the tapes on that shit there too. Because ain't no motherfucking way. He even showed audio of a mixtape that he made after the shit happened. Talking about, we put $1 million on your head. No, that needs to be analyzed and taken to the federal courts too. Not just this petty ass crime shit. And I don't want to hear this is another black man y'all trying to get another black man down. No, another black man took others down and didn't give them money, didn't pay them for their work. So no, it's not that we're trying to take another black man down. It's what the black man did when he got up. And we see it so much. We see it so much in the jobs that we work. Fuck the celebrity of it all, because that's big money. That's above our tax bracket. But if we look at our realities and look into our experiences, everybody know a motherfucking Puffy. Everybody know a Puffy. Everybody. So it's like, come on now. Hello. Okay. Did you come in with something to say? Because your TV playing in the background. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and mute you because I can't really hear you. But nevertheless, thank you for muting that. But nevertheless, it's like, when the fuck do we open our eyes and realize it? Then the connections of it all. The connections of it all. The connections of it all. The web of it all. So, like I said, let's just take it for our reality, right? Now, motherfucker might know Steve. Motherfucker might know Brittany. Motherfucker might know Big Homie Marcus. Motherfucker might know Ben. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you know that a motherfucker been doing shiesty shit all around the board, but we all know he been doing shiesty shit, but we ain't gonna say nothing, you know, because that's the big homie. We all seen the big homie send a motherfucker off to do some shit that a little kid shouldn't even be doing, but that's the big homie. We don't say nothing. It goes the same shit for their realm of life. It goes the same shit for their realms of life. Ain't no difference over there. Just a higher hierarchy of money, and I can do the sky's the limit. See, we have a money problem, so we can't do some of the sinister shit that we would do if we didn't have money. But these motherfuckers got money. Big money. So they got that be quiet money. I do what I want to do. I'm going to pay the law off money. We not fucking with that. But at the same time, if we get the say so of when they can and when they can't have it because, hey, we don't go for that, we don't support that. If y'all don't see the power in the people, y'all crazy as hell. And it's time that the underdogs took a step up and started to stand up more. Because ain't y'all tired of shit going like this? Like, how many more years of this shit y'all want to do with this? It's time. It's time for a change. It's time for a change. So I wouldn't throw his music out and be like, in disregard, you know, the fashions that he put together and the, you know, the beefs that he put together and the alleged murders that he put together. I wouldn't disregard him any of those accolades, but him as a person, his character, his characteristics, what I've seen this far for over the 20 years that I've known his career, yes, I would say that Monster, we saw it on Making a Band. We saw him make them people walk to the Cheesecake Factory. 6 hours. We saw that. Is we crazy? Money just amplifies who you are. Absolutely. I'm a strong believer in money just make you more who you are. It don't. It people like, it changed you. Yeah, it changed them for who they are. It didn't change them for like, you talking the worst. No, that motherfucker been the worst. That motherfucker was the worst before he got the money. Now he got the money and he's just the worstest. Let me see. Money has a way of keeping people quiet for a long time. Man, money and fear. Money and fear. Because could you imagine knowing some shit about a motherfucker like on that statue and wanted to tell some people and he outside, he got some niggas outside waiting by your car, or he at your job, or he waiting on the side in the bushes, or you know, he got a gun to your head allegedly, or he doing all these things to you, and that scare you from saying some shit too now. That'll do it. That'll do it. Like, be with my family at and shit. Like, I know where your wife's staying, blowing up the car. Hey, these are things that happen. He blew up Kid Cudi car, allegedly. That what had said in the transcripts of his paperwork. So could you imagine a motherfucker, you're a regular citizen, and a motherfucker blowing up your car? No, you gonna shut your ass up too. It ain't always about money. Sometimes the fear tactic is free. I ain't gotta pay you to threaten you to shut you the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? And I done showed y'all done allegedly murdered all these people over here. So I ain't gotta do much to shut your ass up. Money pumps fear out of people. So it ain't always about that he paid them to be quiet. Hell no. Sounds like he was a big ass, sweet ass bully. That's what it sounded like. I had to hold my words back and shit. But that's what it sounds like. It sounds like that's exactly what he was. And I hope that his children can forgive him. Because at the end of the day, that's still their dad. That's still their dad. So, regardless of everything, it was documentaries of killers where I seen the kids get up there and say, hey, that's still my dad. And the nigga done murdered 37 women. You know, so that aspect of it, it will always be like, hey, he still got kids. They still love him. But as a people, he has to answer to that. And what the fuck is you on, nigga? What the fuck? Like, why do color folks always let success get to their mind to where they don't know how to control it? Like, damn, you got some authority, but relax. And like I said, it's not just in the Diddy world. It's in our worlds, too. When we go to work and we see people that just act too fucking much. Bitch, you not doing me no fucking favor by letting me work here. I work for you. I get you the service. We do this together. They don't look at it like that. And that's how a lot of these motherfuckers don't look at it either. They don't look at you as somebody who helps them or is their village or is their team. They look at your ass like you're disposable and I can get another. When you keep doing that turnover rate in businesses, eventually the business go out of business. Same with motherfuckers around you who is just yes people and you can just keep doing what you want to do. Eventually that shit runs out. So it's like, yeah. And I usually don't talk about no celebrity shit at all because it's like, but I see this is the shit the public wants to hear. This is the shit that people are interested in. We're not interested in why these bills is so goddamn high. We're not interested in why the hell groceries is so goddamn high. Why these kids is running rampant. You know, we're not wondering why our content ain't getting into the algorithm. We ain't worried about any of that shit. We're worried about what Puff Daddy doing. So let's worry about what Puff Daddy doing. Fuck it. Yeah. But that's what he doing. And that's what he been doing for years. And we saw it and we ignored it because we like his music. And that's why I think the church talks about sector music. Because you see how they suck us in and we just take up for them on this fuck shit and we act like we don't even see shit. Like, I feel so bamboozled. I feel like, damn, a clown? Why didn't I see this before? That's how I feel. Like, oh no. Cause what the fuck? So yeah. It shows how he's sleeping with everybody's ladies. Like, oh my God, straight fucking Bernard. Like crazy work, y'all. Crazy work. And if anybody, I don't care, y'all can take up for him, y'all can say this, that. I ain't finna argue with no clown. That just means you come from the nation of Puffy. Moving forward, I will not argue with nobody who take up for him and try to rationalize it and this. I just chop it up for what it is. You come from the Puffy nation, and that is what it is. I don't come from where you come from. I don't do that. I didn't do that. He did it. I did it. Some mess. Clean it up. as he said in his words. That boy told his son a million times and nobody caught him. He said, God told me to stand still, but you got to figure out what you gonna do. If y'all didn't hear that man say that tell that boy that, y'all a fuck lie. That man said, God told me to sit still, but you got to figure out what you gonna do. And to throw that out there and to say that to your son, like, what you want him to do, for one. For two, I took that as if, like, yeah, what you gonna do? Like, almost trying to send him off in a low-key type of way. Like, you gonna handle what you need to handle, because so many times shit has been handled for this man. And I low-key felt two ways about that. Like, he's sending his son out on the rabbit chase, like, yeah, God told me to sit still, but you still can do something. Y'all can put y'all heads together and y'all can figure it out. Then he flipped it and said, when the son wasn't biting down on that, he said, God told me to sit down. He said it the same way. He said, God told me to sit down, but you need to figure out what you gonna do. I was like, God damn. Whoa. Like, he gotta figure out what he gonna do? What all been happening? But like, just seeing him in his own form, in his own light, in his own ways, y'all got to feel me when he got in the car. Now, we all been around some dirty shit where we like, this shit dirty as hell. We definitely, you know what I'm saying? I'm dirty as hell. I got to get in the shower. I've been out in the hood all day. Or in the woods all day. Whatever. But in the tone in which he got in that car and said, you got some sanitizer? Yeah, because I gotta get in the boiling. I gotta get in the boiling hot water after this. I just was out, I was on the Harlem streets, I was hugging hugging. Now, he went and hugged a couple of people. He said hugging those few people that he hugged was like hugging 100 and something people. He said, we gotta act like we know the shit is out here. We can't be walking around like this. We gotta act like we know shit out here. And said he got to get in boiling hot water from hugging the people. We going to act like we didn't hear that? He recorded himself doing it. Y'all crazy. Y'all crazy. Y'all crazy if y'all, yeah. Because I see plenty of people watching, and I appreciate the ones who commented. But, y'all can't tell me that ain't that. That ain't so. He been grooming them, yes. Yes, he has. Yes, he has. He's been grooming the kids. He been grooming, oh my God, Lord knows what's been happening with the daughters and shit. I ain't even gonna go there because that's, but just, whoa. But when that man told his son, you're gonna have to figure out what you gonna do. That's what you're gonna have to do. You're gonna have to figure out what you're gonna do. Yeah. Yeah. That man say, you on the wrong platform trying to see what the public opinion is. That man told his lawyer team he need to be on Instagram and TikTok. Basically convincing and pumping out bots to cleaning that shit up, removing that shit, blocking that shit. He got him working on double time to make him look better than what the fuck he is. No, we saw it already, and we've been seeing it, and your time is run out. It's run out. And get your ass the fuck out of here. And here representing us all fucking wrong. Because all of us is not like that. We all do not do that. We all do not get authority and abuse it and abuse people. So I don't want people to think that that's what we about. No, never. And that's what makes it that big for our people. Fuck what the white people do when they predators get caught. That's what they do. They used to that. They come from a lifestyle there. But when we do it, it's a fucking shame. So stop comparing yourselves. We ain't that. We don't do that. So that's what makes it amplified. Because we don't get down like that. And we know that. So, I don't want to, yeah, he felt like they wasn't doing their jobs. Okay, he felt like they wasn't doing their jobs. because they probably wasn't, because when they looked into the case, they probably said, this nigga is fucked. And instead of telling him he is fucked, you think if I was a lawyer on Diddy team and I know he got all that money, I wouldn't jog it out of him myself? No, that's what lawyers do. That's their job. Their job is to prove you innocent, even when they know they can't. They still got to do their jobs. And I'm gonna clear a bank. This is a high volume case. I'm gonna cash out on this shit. He did everything. We can only wiggle him out so much, but what behooves me is the 50 months plus time already served. That's what behooves me. That's what behooves me. The 50 months and the time already served. How? And he got 80 more pending civil cases about the same fucking shit. And when he gonna pay these people? Why he ain't paid these people? Why is everybody saying he ain't paid these people? Like, how many more shit we gotta see that? And then we see him spending money, and we like, ain't no way he ain't paid them people. But now that we know that he ain't paid these people due to the law saying he ain't paid these people, why don't we see that he was spending money frivolously on himself and doing this and doing that? Like, that's a monstrous ass shit. Could y'all imagine being home with y'all family doing all that fucking work for this man, and he didn't pay y'all money? $200,000 worth of work that I've done staying in your home, but I'm partying, I'm this, I'm that, I'm doing all of this with you, so that counts into my money. But I didn't want to do that. You convinced you made it seem like it was a gift from me to you. But I'm here to work. But I see how you played that game too. I don't like niggas like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. Yeah, I don't like that. He felt they wasn't doing their job. They probably didn't agree with what he was doing. Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah. It don't matter whether they agree what he was doing or not. G, gang, he did work. They did work. Produced results. Made him look better. Gave him money in his pocket. And the least you can do is not pay your artists, because we got to think about it, y'all. He had Total. He had 112. He had shit. It's more Jodeci. He had Biggie. What the fuck? And he damn near had Jay-Z. I don't give a damn what nobody say. He damn near had Jay-Z. So it's like, come on now. Loom. Come on, let's talk about Loom. Maze. Don't forget Maze. How can I forget Maze? Hey, 112. Deluxe. Jadakiss. Thank you. Jadakiss. Who was that other man that used to sing that song? Benny Siegel. Benny Siegel was with Jigga. Wasn't he? Benny Siegel was with Jigga. I believe so. And then I remember Benny Siegel licking with 50. All this shit is just Black Rob, like, all the things that these people have in common. They might be in a different genre of music, but everything these people have in common is they all say they didn't get paid. 112, Day 21, Danny the Kane, Dirty Money. All these people didn't get their motherfucking money on. Now that we move on from the sexual assault, because a lot of women ain't gonna get nothing because they just ain't nobody and they words ain't blah, 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 and the bullshit that they pump to us, but we get locked up for some shit like that. It's all about the money. If you got the money to pay your way out of some shit, that's what you can do. But if you ain't got the money to pay out your way, the law applies to you. If you don't got no money to pay your way, the law do not apply to you. It do not apply to you. Yeah, we see it with our eyes. We see it with our own eyes. We see them paying their way out of trouble. We could never. Some of us paid our way out of trouble, and this shit still come back up on our background. Like, damn, I paid the shit that I did off. But for them, their whole slate is clean. When I seen back in 1995, this man had over 50 civil cases pending against him. Now, this was way before when he was with Andre Harrell. When he was with Andre Harrell, he had cases on him. Yes, Diddy should be prosecuted, but where the fuck is everybody else? Where is everybody else? He didn't do this by himself. This didn't happen alone. It took a whole fucking mirage of people to make this happen. Where the fuck is everybody else? The people who let it slide. The people who threw it under the rug. The people who, you know what I'm saying, turned the blind eye. The people who act like it wasn't happening. The people who booked the flights. The people who was buying the properties. The people who was throwing the parties. The people who was backing his music. The people, his motherfucking agents, his motherfucking secretary, his motherfucking stylist, his motherfucking mama. Where the fuck is they at? His motherfucking homeboy. Jigga. Where is everybody? And we're gonna act like this ain't that. We just like, no. We like that fucking series where the lady had the blindfolds over her eyes and she couldn't say nothing, or the things that come get her. What was that movie called with Sandra Bullock? Somebody tell me. Maybe that's why the quote say money is the root of all evil. No, money is not the root of all evil. The people who possess it is the evil motherfuckers. No, we can't call something that don't have emotion evil. We can't call something that just an object evil, because evil is an emotion. So the people who possess the money are the evil ones. Not the money is the evil. No, the person who has it. And then their sickness comes out when they have the money. Money don't have emotion. Money don't have the ability to make people do what the fuck it want them to do. No, the person behind that money do. Because if that motherfucker was using that money as good, that money will do good. It will be good. It will be in good hands, in good places. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. The spirit where money come from. Hey, listen, we can always talk about the intention of why money was made, right? But in life, I believe that we are all given choices. And we all have the right to do in which we want to do with those choices. And we obtain materialistic things such as money. And it turns us into a being of viciousness, nastiness, vulgarness, authority, godlike symptoms. That's deeper than money, baby. Money don't mean shit anymore. I ask that you know the difference between the emotion of having money and using it for good and the emotion of having money and using it for bad. Just to make that short. You know what I'm saying, brother? Yes. The money ain't the reason. Keep to the person. Let's talk about the behaviors of the person who have the money, because that's what my focus is on. Because he had the money to give, to pay all these people we just named. We just named over damn near 15, 16 groups. And over 20 to 30 people that claim that they didn't get these monies. Like, they never said they didn't get no money, but they're missing money. And they ain't get that shit. Some of them didn't get shit. When you get that money and you don't pay those people the money that they are owed, just put yourself in that position. Just put ourselves in that position. If they did the work that they set out to do, and I owe them money, and I say, you know what? I got your name. I fuck you around for years on 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 years. Some of us from the hood, we not going years without our motherfucking money. We gonna get our motherfucking money. But some of us sit back and idolize and say, well, it's Puff Daddy. I'm gonna give him the chance to, come around with my money. I'm gonna give him the chance to, come about my bread because I know he's a busy man. I know, you give them the benefit of the doubt, because what y'all don't realize is when you idolize people, you give them the benefit of the doubt. Versus if somebody you didn't like, you wouldn't give them the benefit of the doubt. You'll make them motherfuckers give you your money. You wouldn't look at them how you would look at Puff Daddy. No, you'll be like, look at, why would he want to take my money? You know what I'm saying? You're going to be like, why the fuck would he? You know what I'm saying? He wouldn't do me like that. He wouldn't do me like that, but he did, though. And he has, though. And he's been doing it for years right in front of our motherfucking face. But yet, we'll still go try out for the band. We'll still go, try to, because like I said, his work is his work. But I wouldn't want to work with somebody who did dirty business like that. I don't give a fuck. I'll fuck that opportunity. I promise you. Fuck that opportunity. I wouldn't want, after knowing all the information I know, I wouldn't want that for me in my life. Because when you know better, you do better. That's a real saying, too. That's a real saying, too. When you know better, you do better. And when you see, the actions of a motherfucker speaks the truth before the words of a motherfucker. I don't want y'all to forget that. The actions of a motherfucker speaks the truth more than the words of a motherfucker. Don't never let that happen to you. We saw blind people with money do turkey give always to people with no stove at home. Don't even get me started on that. I can go on and on.